Hundreds across the Omaha area woke up this morning without heat in their homes on one of the coldest days of the year. Good evening, I'm Megan Hahn. The weekend's almost over, but the cold isn't done yet. Reporter Joe Cadott spoke with several people who are helping others out during this wintry blast.
We live for this time.
Heating and air crews and tow truck drivers out in droves today as bitter cold temperatures caused problems.
The call volume today is crazy.
Tom Iman with Iman Plumbing, Heating and Air is among several companies we reached out to, overwhelmed by the number of people whose furnaces and boilers don't work.
You don't need to panic. You need to understand what the situation is.
One of those who experienced the cold in and outside her home says her family waited several hours for the heat to turn back on.
Up until then, we were able to see our breath, and it was just the longest 5 hours of our lives.
Dressing warm is your best option if the heat has not yet been turned back on in your house.
Bad ideas are heating pipes with torches. Bad ideas are trying to light your furnace if you don't know what you're doing.
Scott Getchman with Getchman Heating and Air says temperature extremes stress furnaces.
When it gets extremely hot, yeah, there's more stress, and when it gets extremely cold, there's more stress.
Problems from this weekend's cold stretch outside with hundreds of calls for tow trucks.
I don't care how new your car is, something could always happen in this cold weather. Get a blanket, keep it in the back, just something simple. Hand warmers are a big help, and make sure your phone's charged.
Driver and manager Charlie Anderson says if you're stuck in an unheated home or broke down in frigid conditions, the worst thing you can do is panic.
Remaining calm is like the #1 thing to begin with. If you start to panic, then you want to leave your vehicle, which I don't recommend. I mean, just anything can happen.
Joe Cadott, KMTV Action 3 News.
It's recommended to make sure you always know your location. Tow truck drivers say they get a lot of calls from people who can't identify where they're at.